Hi, my name is Allie and thanks for stopping by my channel today. I thought I would sit down and share with you me and baby boy's 34-week pregnancy up. I'm 34 weeks pregnant, feeling 34 weeks pregnant, and so let's just dive on in and go over baby stats, mommy stats, and how this week has been. Baby stats. My phone says your baby now weighs about 4 3/4 of a pound, about the size of a cantaloupe, and is almost 18 inches long. Which we know at my 32-week ultrasound, he was already about 5 pounds. So he probably weighs a good amount more. But the crazy part is that he's 18 inches long or close to it, which is close to the length he'll be when he's born, which I think is so exciting when you get to this point, is that the size, like the length he is in my belly is like what he's going to be when he comes out. And so that's definitely exciting. And I can definitely tell it because when he shoves his foot on one side and stretches, that's 18 inches worth. I have been joined by a little baby who just discovered my lights. Tiffany! What are you doing?
You gonna ask her?
Mama was finishing filming. What are you asking? You want to be on the camera?
I'm distracted.
Look at, who's that baby?
Oh, look at that.
Who's that baby? She's like, yeah, I want to go get into stuff.
You gonna ask her?
What were you going to ask me?
What did you want? You came in the kitchen.
Did you want food?
I thought maybe she wanted a drink, but I don't think she wants a drink.
Do you want a cracker? Yeah. You can have a cracker. Go get a cracker.
Kiss. Kiss.
He's so cute. Back to baby stats. It says his fat layers, which will help regulate his body temperature once he's born, are filling him out, making him rounder, and his skin is also smoother than ever. And so it's definitely exciting. He's getting plumper, he's getting bigger, and getting close to the size he'll be when he is born. Other updates on baby is he's definitely been active this week, has been stretching, wiggling, all that fun stuff, which is always reassuring to know he's doing good and he's healthy. I definitely have to always remind myself, to stop, do kick counts, and just make sure he's doing good. Another update on baby is that we revealed his name to our friends and family. I finally got the supplies to make the thing I was making for his little nursery area that would reveal his name. And so I was originally going to do like a felt board with the little like letters and stuff and spell his name and have that above his crib, but then I was actually at the store and saw something and came up with a different idea. And so without further ado, his little name is August Theodore, which a lot of people were surprised. They wondered, did you name him August because you're due in August? But actually, I really liked the name August before I even knew I was pregnant. And so I found out I was pregnant and found I was due in August, and then we found out it was a boy. And I was like, that's the only boy name I like, though, is August. And so we're like, well, we'll go with it anyways. And so he is August Theodore. My husband really liked the name Theodore. And then his theme for colors has kind of been like a white and brown, and I like this shade of blue right here. And so we have this cute little bike that I painted the wheels brown and the white bike. And then we've got these cute little blue clouds. And so this is what will hang above. It has a little hook and thing, and it will hang above his little crib in his nursery area. And so I was very excited to finish making this. And so that was an update on baby this week, is that we announced his name. And so I was very excited. I felt like just another step of getting closer to him coming, is being able to just share his name with people, being able to call him that without whispering it, and to just have it more and more real that our little August is going to be here soon. Mommy stats. This week I weigh about 162 pounds or around there, and so I've gained about 32 pounds this pregnancy, which is pretty normal for me. And so I feel like that's been just kind of a steady, regular weight gain that I normally have when I'm pregnant. And my belly is 44 inches around, so it's getting big. Definitely feeling bigger. Definitely feeling my belly stretching this week. I think it's hard to explain. Like your stomach always stretches when you're pregnant, and you'll get stretch marks and stuff. But this pregnancy, I almost feel like I'm stretching, but then when he moves, it's this like really bad bruised feeling where like I'll push on my belly, or like the band from my maternity pants will push on it, and I'm like, oh, it feels like I have this giant bruise, which I don't. And so I know it's just everything stretching and he's getting big. But otherwise, those are my updates on like stats and my size and my weight. And so let's move on to symptoms. This week I've had a few like newer symptoms and kind of some reoccurring, but this week I have definitely noticed more Braxton Hicks. which nothing alarming where I'm like, okay, this is too many, or I'm thinking, oh, these are like contractions now. But just definitely feeling more Braxton Hicks this week. I feel like the past few weeks they kind of went away. I didn't really have many, but this past week, definitely whenever I'm more active or I'm doing certain things is getting a lot more Braxton Hicks. And one thing I've definitely noticed is that when I bend down and when I come back up, that definitely he'll push against and I'll get more Braxton Hicks. I can just feel him like just getting tighter in my stomach. And so it's not comfortable to bend down. And so if I'm able to, I try to avoid not bending a lot, but you can't always avoid it when you have 3 little kids. Another thing this week I think that has been not exactly new, but hasn't been in a while, is just being a lot more emotional this week. I have definitely noticed my emotions being a lot more up and down this week. I've mentioned before in some of my other videos, and I made a video about it, but with my daughter Tiffany, my third, I dealt really badly with postpartum depression and anxiety, and I am still like on a medicine during this pregnancy that we have decided was okay to be on during the pregnancy. And so it's been a bit different this pregnancy, because when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, like, am I going to have it during the pregnancy? Am I going to get horrible postpartum depression again afterwards? And it being kind of an unknown. But I was so thankful just by God's grace, and just when I found out I was pregnant, I was worried of that, but then it just seemed like the pregnancy almost evened out my emotions a bit, which I was so thankful for. I've not dealt much with it this pregnancy, which I'm very thankful for. But I can definitely tell this past week, as I've gotten closer to my due date, that my emotions have been more up and down. But yes, this week definitely feeling like I'll either want to cry for no reason, or feeling really overwhelmed, or like my brain is just kind of in slow motion, or feeling like agitated about things and stuff, when really there's nothing really going on to cause it. But yes, been trying to be very aware, trying to just slow myself down. I've realized a lot of times when my emotions feel up and down, I tend to just want to do things, want to just like sidetrack myself and get stuff done. And sometimes I need to just slow down. To spend more time in God's Word and trying to just spend as much time with the kids. Because soon, when little baby comes, things are going to change. Things are going to be different. And so I've been trying to enjoy the time with my little ones before this guy comes, and to really just take things slower. And so I have to always remind myself of that. My husband's always reminding me, he's like, just slow down. And I'll notice that when I'm really like trying to do things fast, that it tends to make the kids then more hyper, and everything just kind of escalates. And so just been trying to remind myself of that and to slow down. But yes, definitely my emotions have been very up and down this week. I think the only other symptom has just been not sleeping well, which is not a surprise at all to me. But I feel like the best way I can describe it, because I'm always like, you know, rotating from one hip to the other, and then rotating back because my hip hurts. And even if I go to bed early and I get a good night's sleep, I always tell my husband almost every morning this week, I feel like I didn't sleep. Like I feel like I fell asleep and I woke up and I didn't sleep. And so that's definitely been kind of hard. I feel like my body is just, it's tired. And so I try to take naps if I can. My youngest, my little daughter, she takes 2 naps, so she does nap, but my oldest doesn't nap. And my middle boy, he sometimes maybe will take a nap. And so I'm not always able to get a quick little nap in, but I've definitely been trying to rest. Otherwise, that's all the updates for myself. Upcoming appointments, I have my 34-week midwife appointment this coming Wednesday, and so next update I should be able to tell you how it went, Lord willing. And other than that, I really don't have much coming up. It's kind of quiet for now. We have a few things at our church. We have like a conference we put on, so that's coming up in August, and I'm gonna be really big and pregnant at that, so that's gonna be fun. But other than that, I don't really have anything else appointment-wise coming up. And so really the biggest thing this week was announcing baby August Theodore's name, and just experiencing more and more pregnancy symptoms, and just getting closer to our little boy being born. I'm so excited. I'm hoping to have a video out soon of what's in my hospital bag, and also I'd like to do one of his, like over here we're gonna have his little nursery area where we'll put up his picture, put up his little pack and play, because we usually have our kids in the pack and play until they outgrow it. It's like the bassinet one, and then we put them in their crib. And so I'm gonna make a little area for him, which I'm very excited about, so I might make a video of that. and just excited as we get closer. I was thinking about it. I'm like, 6 weeks. That's a month and a half. That's not that long. And I think just realizing, I think once I hit 36 weeks, that's when I'm like, the gears change. Hospital bags gotta get ready, and I think everything's a contraction, and I start going in my nesting mode and getting food ready and everything. And so that's being exciting. We're getting closer. And I think another video I want to do before he comes is a like last minute like grocery haul, because every time when I'm like in my last week or so of pregnancy before the baby comes, I always go out and I do like a grocery haul, and it's usually of like certain foods to have that are good for like when I'm nursing, and it's the food to have on hand for whoever's watching my kids, and it's like easy breakfasts or easy lunches and just things that are all set in place so that when he's born, it's not just like, oh, I need to make like this big meal. Like everything's simpler and kind of figured out. And so I'm hoping to do a grocery haul on, I'm playing with this, a last minute before baby comes grocery haul. And I'm just excited as we get closer to our little August Theodore being born soon. I feel like announcing his name and everything is just making it more and more real, and so I'm very excited. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you'd like to come along as me and my family get ready for baby number 4, who's due at the end of August, and we're just very excited as we're getting closer each and every week to him coming. And so thanks again for stopping by.